Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Independent Era 1 Premium Tank Destroyer, the T-100. Now if you do like the video, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe down below as it really does help out the channel. And yes, the T-100, it's a T-34 chassis with a big 100mm gun slapped on top of this tank with a really weird turret. Now you might think, okay, that turret's got no armour, which you'd be right, it really doesn't have much armour. But if you were to be thinking that and firing a HESH round at it from a 4005 or any of the tanks that have really good HE in this era, don't, because it's covered in spaced armour, which means a lot of the time your HESH rounds or your HE rounds won't pen it, and you think, it's only got 50mm of armour, why is this shell not going in? It's because the HE's just exploding on the spaced armour, right? So, yeah, be very, very careful of that. So this T-100 doesn't really have much armour, but it has an absolutely fantastic gun in terms of its penetration, which it has 302 penetration on the standard AP, with 370 penetration on the premium heat rounds. And because you've got 302 penetration on that standard AP, you never have to use the heat rounds ever, because the AP is good enough to use for everything. You also have 80mm of penetration on the HE rounds, which is great for 4005s, where you can deliver 580 alpha bombs into them, which is lovely, with a decent rate of fire that you have on this tank. The base accuracy of the T-100 is 0.29, which is absolutely fabulous, with a 2.1 second aim time, which again is really, really good. It means this gun gets aimed in very, very quickly. You have 1,415 meters a second shell velocity on this AP round. The heat rounds have 900 meters a second on those as well, or on this APDS, the APCR rounds. Sorry, on the standard round. Which means that the shells fly very, very quickly as well. The one thing that feels weird about this tank is that it just likes missing. It has a really good accuracy, but it just likes to miss. The shells seem to deviate a little bit from the center, even though you've got a super accurate gun, and it can get a little bit frustrating at range. You sit there going, how did that miss, gun? Like, seriously, how did that miss? RNG, right? It giveth and it taketh. But it can be a little bit frustrating at times. The other thing about this tank is that this turret, right? You're seeing it. It's got a big gun in it. It's got 3.2 degrees of gun depression, which is absolutely atrocious. It makes this gun very, very awkward to use in a lot of situations, okay? So be very, very careful of that. You got to put yourselves in very, very good positions to make the most of this gun if you can do, because 3.2 degrees of gun depression is awful. You also have 9 degrees of elevation, which isn't the best either. But yeah, shots like that on that TVP where the gun just goes, nope. And you sit there going, why? But why, gun, right? That one ricochets on the Bulldog, because of course. Those are the types of shots where this tank you just sit there going, but why? But you got a 6.1 second reload for 440 alpha, though. That is very, very nice on this tank, for sure, though. And with the top speed being at 55 kilometers an hour, you do hit that as well, which means you are a fairly mobile tank destroyer, which can be definitely nice for the tank. Put yourself in those good locations. And if you settle for camo as well, you have 157 meters of still concealment with this build, which is glorious and means that it's very, very difficult for you to get spotted in this era. So what do I run in terms of a crew on the old T-100? I run a pretty standard Cold War tank destroyer crew. I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, Camouflage Expertise, Silent Driving, and Deadeye. Deadeye for the memes, so that I have a higher chance of damaging people's modules with the higher alpha cannons that you tend to get on tank destroyers, and therefore you get bigger chances of setting things on fire and stuff like that. The Camouflage Expertise and Silent Driving, naturally to make the camo on this tank fabulous and make it so it's a lot harder to spot while it's on the move, all that sort of stuff. And all 3 gun perks to make sure that this gun can be as good as it can be. It is a fabulously accurate gun already, so you might not need it, but it's just one of those things that this gun just decides it likes missing shots, so I really do everything I can to help it. And since everything about this tank is all about the gun, that's why I really help it out as much as I can do. I mean, if you feel like the turret traverse on some of the tanks in Cold War is a little bit slow, you could definitely run Rapid Aim instead, but this tank does have a fairly decent turret rotation speed. So what do I run in terms of equipment? I run the Advanced Loader, the Gun Stabilizer, and the Camo Net. Again, the Camo Net, because the camo can get down to a really good level at 157 meters of still concealment, making it really hard for them to spot you, which is great, because obviously if you're not spotted, it means that only if someone's physically seen you will they shoot at you, and you're not lit up for the whole enemy team to go, oh, there's a tank destroyer, and shoot at you, right? That's why camo is still important in Cold War. And then the gun stabilizer, like I say, to make this gun as good as possible, so you can get the accuracy during rotation down to 0.39 and the accuracy during movement down to 1.83 and make this gun glorious with the loader to make the DPM 10% better as always. And finish that first game with the epic victory, 5 kills, 6.5k damage, 371 assistance, the ace tanker, the Confederate, the high caliber, with 1676 base XP. A pretty decent game there for the T-100 LT on Ruinberg, which isn't the best map in the universe for it, but we managed to keep slapping those rounds in and keep the damage flowing in the old T-100. And yeah, we're on to the second replay. And the second replay, we are here on this map, which is Kaunas. And look at that face. Look at that face that this tank has. It's got a face. It's great. If you can put googly eyes on things, who doesn't love googly eyes? If you can put googly eyes on a tank and make it look fabulous like the T-100, who's not going to do that? So we're on Kaunas, and on Kaunas what I'm going to do is go to the position at about E7, so I can try and cut off the JK line cross, so I can get some free shots. We do have to be careful on that cross, though, because naturally we only have 3.2 degrees of gun depression, which is a little bit awkward for the tank, and that means that we have to probably overexpose ourselves a little bit to be able to get those shots into the enemy team. So we come over and it's like, hello, Mr. T-95E3, just let me try and get my gun down. We do, and we put the shot straight through his upper plate. And I'll say that this gun with 302 penetration is absolutely fabulous, and if you can just keep the rounds flowing with this thing, you rack up damage so quickly. Because 440 alpha for this 6.6 second reload without the food boost is filthy, and obviously because you've got 302 millimeters of penetration, you can just go through absolutely everything, which also means you make absolute bank in terms of credits, and then you can just shred. You just absolutely shred. The problem is obviously you don't really have much armor, and then to add to that, you don't have much camo either. That shot bounces on the side of the T-95E3. I am not 100% sure about that, but we put the second shot into the floor, and again, it's what I'm talking about with this gun. If it can miss, it likes to miss, which is why I help it out as much as I humanly can do. But RNG with this tank sometimes, it really is slightly irritating with the fact that it likes the floor, and that can be pretty damn annoying. So we've got our second kill of the game, going for the shot into the back of the turret of the T-95E3. Just seeing how long we have to wait to make sure this gun is fully aimed, because that's how little I trust this gun. It is a very untrustworthy gun, even though it is super duper accurate. And we get our third kill of the game, another kill on the T-95E3. We see that Tyran 5SH is coming up behind us, and we slam a shot straight through his upper plate. Just waiting for the reload now, and trying to get ourselves down off this little ridge so we're not getting shot from the middle. And in fact, it was a light tank that had come along to get a shot into us. Just get the shot in to shut down the Tyran there, and he's out. Now we've got the little light tank on our right. It is a little Chaffee. Oh, poor old Chaffee. The SHAR-25T tries to get a shot into us, but thankfully he misses. We slap the shot straight into him, and he's in a very dodgy position because we can just keep racking the shots into the SHAR-25T. The Chaffee comes after us. It's like, okay, Mr. Chaffee, I'm just going to ignore you while I shut down your friend. Now, my son, you're in for a world of pain. And we put the shot straight through his upper plate. We're just hoping the medium tank gets a shot into him. But then we'd be able to secure our top gun, and that would be glorious. It's like, hello, Mr. M47 Patton, do you want to put a shot into him? We come up, and it's like, no, get out the way. There we go. We've finished him off. And we take a hit from the left. It's like, what is shooting us? Don't shoot me. It's not very nice. But we got our top gun for this game, which is great. We're on 6 kills with 6,271 damage. We're having a really, really good game in this T-100 LT, but there's still a lot of kills left. I'm thinking, 10 kills maybe? Who knows if I can get there, but our team is starting to surround these 3 guys over here, so I'm likely only going to get 1 kill out of this. Maybe, or if I get lucky 2 kills, which would be 8 kills. We'll take the 8 kills medal in Cold War, because we've not got many of those at this point. So we're going to rush over as fast as we can. We're climbing this hill. This is where the engine power lets us down a little bit. We're coming over. We want the kill. We want the kill. We shut down the Bulldog. Glorious. Can we get the Ram? No! The 268 gets shut down. But we secured our 7th kill of this game, and we have 2 tanks left on the enemy team. Medium tank gets spotted in the town. I'm thinking, right, we knew where the tank destroyer was. It was up in their little campy position. He was the one that's shooting us. But the medium tank is in the town. If we can possibly get there to get our 8th kill, that would be glorious. If we could get the Frost Heroes medal, let's do it, because we don't have many of those yet, and we want plenty of those if we can get them, because it's always shiny to have. It's always great to have nice shiny kill medals. So here's the Centurion 2. The shot goes low and hits only the tracks. Because this gun, but he's down to a one-shot, and we finish the game. We don't finish the game. We finish the guy off. And we get our 8th kill of this game for 6.5k damage. There's only one tank left on the enemy team. It is the tank destroyer. And once again, we do know where that guy is. He was up at C1 because he was farming us. And we're hoping for the best in the fact that he is still going to be there. Because if he's still there, glorious. And that means we can farm him, hopefully maybe get a 9th kill. That would be great. And there's the SU-122-54, who is starting to take hits, but he can pull back to safety behind that little ridge. And we just got to use our mobility now to get there. We're not quite a one-shot for that guy. He could kill us in one shot if he rolls high enough, but we're not quite a one-shot. So we're just going to use the 55 km an hour top speed of this tank, which, you see, we're sticking about 48 to 49. Come over the top, and the one time that the gun isn't derpy, thankfully, shuts down this SU-122-54. And finish the game with the victory. 9 kills, 6.5k damage, 1,867 base XP. A really great game there for the T-100. We'll finish with the Ace Tanker, the Top Gun, the High Caliber, the Expert Western Lights for killing each vehicle in the tech tree. Frost Heroes Medal for killing 8 or 9 vehicles in one battle in Cold War, which is always lovely to get. And we finished, like I said, with that 1867 base XP. A really nice game there for the T-100 Independent Era 1 Premium Tank Destroyer. It's a pretty damn nice tank. Most people got this in the Season Pass a long time ago, so most people already know what this tank's like, but they were two pretty damn nice games that I had in this tank. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Great success!